Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Let's talk a bit about XRP and altcoin price in general. There's a very popular chart analyst who says that an XRP price this market cycle of anywhere up to $50 would not be shocking to him. And he talks a little bit also about the timeline for this potentially happening here. And this against a backdrop of just a ton of analysts acknowledging that this is the point in time where we really need to start watching for altcoins to just take off and start running ahead of Bitcoin. Not that it's literally necessarily going to happen tomorrow, but in the relatively short term here, it's going to happen. And from what I keep seeing, just from a media narrative perspective, from just a crypto Twitter perspective, just everything all over social media, it just feels a lot like 2017. Just a lot of people have a lot of opinions, and it's just based on emotions and feelings and this and that, and not based on historical data. And when I see people that have formed opinions without any sort of logic to back their stance, then I'm like, okay. Well, first of all, it's probably my bet would be that's not good for them, and then I just think, okay, here we are. Here we are. Absolutely, a lot of people buying into all sorts of crazy ideas and narratives. But I do want to be clear that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who likes talking about XRP and Ripple and crypto-related stories and making YouTube videos about it as a very fun hobby, but that is all that it is. And, oh, I should mention this too. So it's April Fool's Day. You guys can thank me in the comment section below for not being a jerk and posting a video with some sort of headline like "Ripple settles case with XR or with SEC." Because I don't know that anyone did that on YouTube, but how about this? An actual serious publication did this. FinanceMagnates.com. Now, my time, it was still March 31st, so I don't know where they're located, but it was definitely an April Fool's joke, as they indicated in their article. Here's the headline: Ripple settles XRP case with SEC for $100 million. And so I retweeted that and wrote, hey, this is just cruel. And I clicked on it today, and they have removed the article, and it's still April Fool's Day. So I think that they may have gotten a little bit of pushback on that. I don't think that people really appreciated that. So again, you can thank me in the comment section below for not like raising your hopes and then crushing them dramatically when you realize it's not true. So there you go. You are welcome, my friends. And so XRP now is at 59.5 cents, Bitcoin at $59,151, market cap $1.9 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance continuing to slide, 57.61%. Haven't seen it that low in a very long time. So that means that altcoins are definitely heating up so far. And I want to highlight one just for the fun of it. I don't own this coin. It's called Filecoin, but I wanted to highlight this just to make a point. If you look over the last 90 days, excuse me, you can see that as I record this, Filecoin is up just over the last 90 days, 789%. 789%. It was at about $22, and as I record this, it's worth $196. It hit its local high yesterday at $237.65, which was also an all-time high. And so you might be like, oh my gosh, so we've already got one altcoin taking off. Compared to the rest of the, and I've been saying this for some time too, like when like the major portion of alt season, well, you'll start to see one or two coins pop off, and then it's just not going to stop once that begins. Could this be that? Maybe. Not entirely convinced, and here's the reason why, though. Here's the all-time chart. See, this is a newer coin, and I checked CoinMarketCap also. This coin came out in October of 2020, so the fact that it went up to that degree actually really is not that surprising here. So I don't think that's particularly an indicator, but I am seeing some talk that's in line with what I saw last market cycle. And mind you, last market cycle in 2017, every single large and mid-cap coin, and I do mean this literally, every single one of them rocketed up in the chart, just parabolic, crazy, like the whole market moved in tandem. Everything was a winner. Right, depending on if you held it at the right time. Everything went though. And so what I'd see is when people would be making predictions or this and oh, I think this is going to pop, that's going to pop, whatever it was, and when it happened, inevitably, because it happened for every coin, like, people didn't realize that it was literally every coin this was happening to. They thought they were just striking it rich, apparently. They didn't understand, like, no, the whole market moves in tandem. It's complete irrationality. And so they just thought when this happened, like, oh my gosh, I'm a genius. Look at this. And look, I have multiple coins that I selected popped up. Or even if they didn't think that they were geniuses, whoever they followed, oh, those people must be geniuses. This is not true. It's not because they're geniuses. It's because every damn coin rocketed ultimately. That's all that it was, to be perfectly honest. And so it's worth understanding this, and I firmly believe this. The price action that you saw last market cycle when everything rocketed, as well as what we're seeing to this point in this market cycle, has almost nothing to do with utility. It's just money that was in Bitcoin cycling into other coins where there's more opportunity because they haven't gone parabolically upwards yet. That's it. And so you're going to be seeing this and be like, oh my gosh, look at all these smart people making all these big decisions. And even if you think that you're just one of them following, these people are not geniuses. Just understand they're all going to go again. Like that's my personal opinion. And so then there was, actually, let me jump ahead to this. Yeah. Or no, I did want to share this comment, actually. There's this thread, so there's a chart analyst named Princess Nakamoto who wrote, XRP, say what you want about this chart, but it's one of the most beautiful charts I've ever seen. And so just indicating essentially that XRP, it's in a position where you would expect it to go up dramatically. And then somebody named Hakeem wrote, the most hated coins will melt faces in the coming days. Let's go. And then Oddslot responded to that and wrote, betting against the market could make you rich. And so I think that's a reasonable way to word it. I've talked about it in terms of that before. It's more like wherever tremendous price appreciation has not happened yet in crypto, that would be a position to me that represents opportunity. If something is like Bitcoin and it's already gone up from, in this case, 3,000 to about 60,000 in a year, to me, that seems that it's already gone through most of the gains that it's going to happen. That's going to happen this market cycle, probably. And even if not half of them, like, what's the multiplier effect going to be from here in terms of opportunity? Well, it's already went. So for me, I'm just looking at stuff that hasn't taken off yet, and that's called betting against the market. If you're in something before it does that, well, there you go. Whereas the idiot retailers, what they do is they wait until something starts going and a bunch of the gains are already realized, and then they throw their money in, and a lot of them get wrecked because they buy near the top and they lose. And so if everything is going to go off this market cycle, as I suspect it will, and this is not financial advice, but if it does, look, my strategy is just to hold those things before that happens. That's it. This is not rocket science. You don't have to be a genius, I don't think. I'm not pretending to be. It's not more complex than that. It just isn't. It's people cycling money and a bunch of retail speculators who are idiots getting wrecked. That's it, And then Hakeem wrote, true. I remember back in 2016, 2017, people hated XRP so much, called it S-word coin. It won't move. It is dead. But it ended up with the most return on investment in 2017. And I can see the same for TRX, which I believe is Tron, right? Anyway, but I'm seeing that too. So it's not just the same media narratives, it's the same sentiment. And a lot of these people were Bitcoin maxi trolls back then, and they are now. But there's also people that are sour about XRP, and they're wrong too. XRP wasn't going to do anything back in 2017 until it did. Just like in 2021, XRP's not going to do anything until it does. And I mean, technically fine, it could be next year. Not that I'm expecting this. It depends on how long the market cycle goes. But this market cycle is more what I'm certain about in terms of when XRP price is going to move, rather than stating it will be 2021, although admittedly I suspect it will be this calendar year, perhaps much sooner than later. But it's going to come. All right, look, as stupid as it is, and however much I don't like it, and perhaps you don't like it, fundamentals right now don't matter to the market. They just don't. They matter to me, and that's why I'm going to hold XRP forever. Well, or until I think that it no longer has an option or an opportunity to be adopted globally. Then I'd change my mind and I'd talk about it, but I don't see that happening. So for now, it's just about this frenzy and the speculation, and okay, I also see it as an opportunity to make some money, so there we are. And then Frecky, XRP community member Frecky wrote, this is true. Been in the market since 2011, XRP in 2016. Same story as today outside of SEC. The usual, everyone hated the banker's coin. Narratives in this market rinse and repeat. Just like China and India banning every 9 to 18 months, yawn. Exactly. I think he's hitting the nail on the head there. Now there's this. So let's get into, because I want to talk about this idea of $50 XRP, and we're getting into it here. There's a couple threads I want to share with you here. So check this out. Somebody named Bucketface tagged chart analyst Credible Crypto, very popular analyst with 144,000 followers, tagged him and wrote, "Hey Cred, I respect your opinion a lot. I'm really torn. Crypto Twitter is all like, you ain't seen nothing yet in alt season. But then, friends who saw 2017 are sort of saying, this is the extent of alt season. Can you help out someone eager to learn what's true?" Credible Crypto responded, "Yeah, your friends are wrong, LOL. We are just getting started. This ain't nothing like 2017 yet." And then I jumped in and I wrote, "Exactly. There are still a ton of altcoins that are nowhere near their all-time highs. True euphoria isn't here yet." And by the way, guys, you will know when the euphoria is here. Because I'm not kidding you. It's impossible to pick a loser. Try to pick a loser, leading into this euphoria stage. Good luck. Everything's going to pump. And it's going to be short-lived. If it's like last market cycle, this is what I believe. But I just think you haven't seen anything yet, just given that so many coins, tons of them, are nowhere near their all-time highs. And when they pop, you're going to see it. But if you see Bitcoin dominance as high as it is, even that's another metric to track to indicate that we're nowhere near, the end of an alt season. Bitcoin dominance should be way, way, way lower before an alt season is going to end. It should be more like 35%. Track that metric. That's what happened last time, and I'm willing to bet that's going to happen. And then somebody named Adrodynamic responded to me and wrote, "I'm sure I watched a video where someone said people think just because it's happened before, it'll happen again. There may never be another alt season as the sector picks winners and losers by utility. If there is an alt season, then the whole space is corrupt." And I felt a little bit differently than that. I like diversity of thought, though, so always appreciate people sharing their perspective. So I responded and I wrote, "I think it's clear that people are not speculating based on utility. If they were, then there wouldn't be over 8,000 cryptocurrencies because almost none of them do anything. This fact indicates a nascent asset class, not corruption." Yeah, and so if another alt season coming definitely is not an indication of some sort of corruption. Most certainly not. It's just you know what it is? It's just, this is what I'm doing is acknowledging that market cycle exists, that this asset class is very immature, and people are basing their buying and selling decisions largely irrationally, especially during the bull phases of market cycles. And that's exactly what it looks like to me. That in and of itself isn't corrupt. Although Adro did respond with the following: "I just feel that if we can so easily predict an upcoming cycle or season, then it's not all above board, meaning there is a lot of big money pumping and dumping, which is why I say corrupt." Well, I'd say this: if you're talking about whales, then I would agree that there is that, and I think it's probably fair to call that corrupt. It's at a minimum manipulation. I'd probably use the word manipulation. If that's what you mean, then yes. But the fact that market cycles exist in that we have a nascent asset class that is not sufficiently parsing out the differences between cryptocurrencies, that is not evidence of corruption. That's just evidence, again, like the way humans are behaving in general, outside of whales. It's just an indication that this is a rather nascent asset class. That's it. That's my opinion anyway. And so then there was chart analyst Lub Crypto who wrote, "XRP, the charts speak louder than all the FUD and crypto Twitter memes. $1 plus is highly probable on high time frame, and there ain't much you can do about it." And then he was asked when, and he said April, which happens to be this month. So Lub Crypto, who has had a number of correct calls I've been following for some time, he's thinking that XRP this month, more likely than not, is going to break $1. And I've seen him talk about this before, and he doesn't necessarily think that this will, even though it breaks $1, it doesn't mean it's going to rocket to all-time high exactly at that point. Probably going to see a retracement, but even just to see XRP break above $1, I think that'll just be another indication, hey, this thing's obviously still got life in it. It's clearly still moving with the market. It is not dead. You can't kill this thing. And also, it's clearly I think anyway, I followed enough analysts to form my own opinion on this and looked at charts, even though I'm not a chart analyst. I just formed my own unprofessional opinion, and it looks to me like XRP today's an upward trend, despite the scariest news having to do with XRP that you could have imagined. XRP being declared a security by the SEC. Well, they're claiming that it is. It hasn't been legally found to be a security, but just the fact that they're declaring verbally that they believe it is. And still, that was enough. And then XRP being delisted from a ton of exchanges, including Coinbase, one of the largest crypto exchanges on the planet. XRP's still here. It's not dying. So don't forget, the vast majority of trading happens outside of the United States. This isn't surprising to me. It's not going away. It's just going to move along with the rest of the market. And if the rest of the market's going to go parabolic, then I believe XRP will too. So how high is the question, and when? When will this happen? Which brings us to this part of the conversation, which I think is going to be fun. This is probably going to be my favorite part of the video, I suspect here. Somebody named Billy Hamilton wrote the following, tagged Credible Crypto. If XRP followed the same trend as 2018 in XRP dominance, and then he's had some screen grabs here, he wrote, see pictures 2 and 3, and market cap were to grow to $5 trillion or even $8 trillion, see picture 1, would that not value XRP at $13 to $20? Is that even feasible? Incredible Crypto wrote, yes, my expectation for over a year now has been a final target for this bull run of $20 to $30. And so, like, the idea of whether it's feasible is different than will it happen. I don't know. I don't make price predictions. Is it feasible? Is it reasonable to consider $13 to $20? I say yes, very, very firmly, with conviction, in fact, because that would take so little money flowing in. So people think, here's what people make the mistake. They think, okay, $13 XRP, so they'll figure out what the market cap for that is, which is they just take the circulating supply times the current market rate, or, well, predicted market rate here in this case of $13. And then you get however many trillions that would be, whatever the number would be. I didn't calculate it before recording this video. It doesn't matter, but it would be an insanely high number compared to where XRP is right now, or even where it was last market cycle at its then all-time high. So even if it's less than $1 trillion, it doesn't matter. Again, I didn't run the numbers in my head here or on a calculator before recording the video here. Is it feasible though? Well, I have done it before though, even though I don't remember what the numbers are off the top of my head. It would not take that much money flowing in, because even if you have $1 trillion or $2 trillion market cap for XRP, that means way less money than that actually had to flow in. There is enough money on the planet for that to happen, and a market cap of $1 trillion does not indicate that's how many United States dollars went into it, or pick your fiat currency. It doesn't mean that's how much money flowed into it, period. Not even close. That's not what that means. That would be a misunderstanding, and so many people misunderstand what market cap is. And so then somebody responded to Credible Crypto and wrote, bro, are you saying we can reach $20 to $30 by the end of 2021? Incredible Crypto responded, by the end of this bull run, yes, I think it's feasible. I don't know if the bull run will be over by the end of 2021, though. And then somebody responded to that and wrote, what XRP price would shock you this bull run? And he wrote, anything higher than $50. I think I'm in the same boat. I don't know if you had asked me before reading this, I don't know for sure what my number would have been, but I would agree anything above that is shocking, for sure. Even $20 to $30, I don't know if we're going to hit that. I would love that. I don't know if that would be shocking to me. I would say it'd be extremely exciting. I don't know for sure that would be necessarily shocking. And I've just like, I'll tell you this though, my expectations are low. And the reason I say that is because I want to just, I feel like I'm not going to ruin my own freaking year by having low expectations. And then just, if it goes way higher than what my set expectations are, then super duper, I'll get to be excited about it rather than having high expectations and then being disappointed. So I'm trying to emotionally, mentally position myself like that, but we'll see how well that goes. And then somebody also wrote to Credible Crypto, how long would it take for that $20 to $30? 1 year time? It took Bitcoin almost a year from $3,000 bottom to where it is. Of course, time is never predicted, but XRP took 2.5 weeks in 2017 bull run, just a thought. And so I wanted to leave you with this because I love this point, and it's something that I brought up in the past, but you can never say it too much. Incredible Crypto wrote the following. The biggest gains will happen in the last 10% of the bull run. Not sure how long it will take to reach that point. And so for me, however long it takes for XRP to quote unquote moon, I'm just going to sit here and be patient. It's not going to happen when I magically want it to. And historically, it's been among the last to pop. And so if that happens again, fine. And if it's during the last 10% of the bull run and a lot of people get afraid and jump out, fine. They can do them. I'll do me. All right, I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.